Hello and welcome to Critically Disdained. Let's talk about the new Muse record, Will of the People. Bottom line is they nailed down a solid and concise record. The album is approximately 40 minutes long enough to keep you satisfied and not so long that you get bored. They didn't change up a whole lot of elements of their sound from previous records. Although the album does have a sound all of its own, you can clearly feel the Muse touch. They have always been really good at finding the balance of sounding like themselves, but not allowing it to sound monotonous. One of the things that Muse does best with their music is their ability to make you feel empowered and giving rise to feelings of strength. And in some cases, if you have an imagination like mine, power and defiance. Will of the People covers numerous topics and was inspired by events such as the Black Lives Matter movement, the January 6th incident, in addition to events pertaining to the pandemic. Even though Matt Bellamy started work on the album back in 2019, the events following soon after and the timing of those ended up being appropriate to give him more of a more relevant material for this album. When I first heard the singles from the album and I watched the music video, I speculated that there would eventually be a complete set of videos for all the songs that would tell a full story, creating a rock opera concept. Although I was a little off on this theory, they do have videos for all the songs, which I ended up watching in the same order that they are on the record. And I have also arranged them in order on a playlist that I will link to below. Or you can visit Muse's page and watch them there. And I would really encourage you that even if you own a copy of the album, take some time. Go watch the videos as well. They were really well done and they were fun to watch. When you watch them in order, there isn't a clear-cut story per se, but they do take place in the same universe and the characters cross over, forming a complete thought. And in the end, there's a conclusion that is created, but it is also left open-ended for us to decide the fate based on how we are going to approach the real world. So, the songs themselves. The lyrical themes are pretty straightforward and fall very much in line with the inspiration for the album that we talked about a minute ago. So just a couple notes about a few of the songs. Liberation was inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement, and the lyrics come from a point of view of a group of people that have been put down and oppressed. This song, they are letting the oppressors know that they aren't going to take it anymore and they will erase their memory, and in the process, thank the oppressor for driving them to liberate themselves. And on the note of how it sounds, anybody who listens to it will be able to hear that it very clearly has a sound that is reminiscent of Queen. It's so good. It's such an awesome song. Ghosts, How Can I Move On? This song is absolutely beautiful and heartbreaking. It is the calmest song on the record and is about the loss of loved ones. Specifically, I believe, in regards to those that lost someone during the pandemic. Muse wasn't sure if it would make the record, but I'm really glad it did because they decided that it gave the album further depth, which I believe to also be true. And it adds another layer of beauty, which allows the heavier songs to shine in their own right. I think the most creative song is You Make Me Feel Like It's Halloween. The use of organs and classic sounds that you would find in the old horror and Halloween movies, overlaid on the guitar and drums, creates such a creepy and powerful aesthetic. And again, the video, you have to watch it. There is a subtle connection at the very end of it to the video from You Won't Stand Down. It's all connected so well. And like I said, this song, I believe, is the most creative song on the record. Now, Kill or Be Killed. The breakdown halfway through is very heavy and gritty, which complements the themes of this song. You've been pushed to the edge and you have to kill or be killed. That's what it comes down to. And this song reflects that very well. Verona as well. Knowing how much Matt Bellamy is inspired by George Orwell's novel 1984, which you can still tell if you watch the music videos with different Easter eggs, such as having a ministry of truth. This song feels very much like it could fit in an adaptation of 1984 in regards to Winston and Julia's relationship. However you view it, it's a very good song. Now, last but not least, my favorite song on the record, We Are Fucking Fucked. It's an apocalyptic anthem. Essentially, it's this. Wars will keep happening, tragedies will continue to strike, It's just the destiny of the universe. And the conclusion is we are fucking fucked. Now, my question is this phrase, does this mean that we're screwed? Or is it implying that we are messed up in the head? I think you could look at it either way, or perhaps it's both. I'll leave that up to you to decide. Let me know in the comments. I would like to hear your thoughts and how you felt about the album. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or did you find it mediocre? Which one and why? Personally, I loved every second of it. Long live the kings of dystopian prog rock. If you like this review, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on the socials. I can be found on most platforms under the handle Half Eaten Salad. And lastly, you can follow me on Spotify, where I'm constantly creating and updating music playlists. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you here next time on Critically Disdained.